Morning everybody, welcome to October's course report. I must apologise, it is the 11th of October and normally I do these at the beginning of the month, but due to the ridiculous wind we've had the last 2 weeks, you wouldn't be able to hear what I was saying. I need to get one of the little microphone things to stop the wind, but nevertheless it is October 11th and this is the video course report for October. So we'll start off in our usual manner, just discuss the weather really, and then we'll go through our normal subjects, which mainly this month is all about construction and projects that's going on out here, which you've probably all seen. I think I'm making a mess, which to be fair I am at the minute, but it'll all come good in the end, promise. So September was pretty dry, so was August, quite nice really. We did sort of see a little glimpse of the summer in September. We are now though entering the wettest month of the year. Last week in particular was horrible, especially at the start of the week. A few heavy downpours, and we've already recorded more rainfall in October than what we did in August and September put together. But on the whole, of course, doing all right. Grass is still growing. We're still out cutting grass, which is a bit strange, but on the whole, pretty good. And we are getting on with all our projects for the winter, which I'll run you through our normal subjects now. Okay, hope you enjoyed the report. So in the greens report this month, not too much to report to be fair. Obviously last month we had all our maintenance and that's grown in really well. We tried to keep you up to date best we could on Facebook and things like that with that, but all recovered now, all back to normal. Green's still being mowed at 4 mil, a little bit higher than the summer height. We're sort of stuck between that period at the minute where summer's not quite over but winter hasn't really started, so don't want to shut the greens down too early, but we're still mowing regularly, still taking a little bit off. We're also rolling quite well, so they're putting quite nice at the minute, so not too much to report on the greens. The disease pressure is a little bit higher now with the dew and slightly cooler temperatures, but on the whole I'm quite pleased with the greens. So as been previously reported, the 13th fairway was one area where we wanted to try to flatten it off. And when I say flatten it off, it's not a case of actually having the fairway flat, it's more a case of losing the potholes. The potholes where, one, we can't mow properly, two, you get horrendous lies, and thirdly, the water collects and stays there, kills the grass, and looks bloody awful, if I'm honest. So we had a plan to start this early September. Unfortunately, things haven't quite gone according to plan. We had some machinery due to come out and to help us with this project that unfortunately never materialised. We've had to operate Plan B, and I'd like to just make a special thanks to Faversham Golf Club for helping us out by loaning us a rotavator to do this project. But 5 weeks in now, we smashed it up with a 13-ton digger initially, and we sort of got a rough level on it. Like I say, we don't want a flat billiard table. It is a fairway at the end of the day. It's more of a case to lose the potholes so we can better playability, better maintenance, etc. So that was the first stage. Then obviously we had the rotavator coming in, which we rotavated up. Not as good as the initial machine that we was going to get in, hence why you still see a lot of like turfy lumps on top, but I'm not overly worried about that at the minute. We will knock this off and clear this up very soon. So this is 2 weeks growth now. It's starting really to come through. Most of these seed now is at stage 2 or 3, which is good. You still get the odd little bit. As you can see in the middle of it, it's quite bare still. A lot of those are still stage 1, but it is coming through. We fertilised this last week, but this area here is really nice. That's proper stage 3 stuff, that is, so that's good. And all the way back really towards the dumper, really good. So it is coming on. It will start to look a little bit cleaner. We're still letting it do its thing. Fertilised it last week, like I say, which has really helped kicked it on. We've still got warmth in the soil, which is helping the growth, and a little bit behind schedule because of the change to the plan that we had, but it's getting there. So I'm hoping to see some big results on this soon. So that's the 13th fairway. So I'm standing on the 14th tee. this was another big project of ours this year. The existing men's tee was full of roots, but to the point that we were struggling to even mow it. Where they're poking through the surface. It was actually damaging some of our machines. We certainly couldn't do anything like verti-draining or slitting on it, so it had to be addressed. So the old tee has been completely removed. The trees that was causing the issue have also been removed, and we're constructing 2 new tees on the 14th. So you have a yellow tee and a white tee. Obviously markers are down on the ladies tee at the minute. Sorry, the reds tee, can't call it ladies tee anymore. Reds tee, and we've still got the back tee at the back, the medal tee. So we're going to have a white tee and a new yellow tee. Currently this has just been sort of removed. We're waiting to get on here with the little digger to start shaping and making good. So 14th tee is underway, not finished, but progressing nicely. Another project we was doing this winter, it was the removal of the ditch and the trees on the 10th, and we've installed 2 fairway bunkers as their replacement. The ditch served no purpose at all, never carried water, and the trees sometimes offered a bit of an unfair shot if you did a good tee shot and stuck behind one. So at least with these, if you put the ball in the bunker, it's your own fault, you know it's there. Visually I think it looks a million times better as well, and obviously makes it slightly fairer. So these are built, the banks at the back and the sides of each bunker and the old ditch line have all been seeded and it's starting to come through, but hopefully it won't be too much longer before these are open and in play. So I'm standing on the 10th tee. This is another winter project that we're doing this year. As you can see, it's still very much under construction at the minute, but the general idea is to have one single height tee where the whites and yellows will go. If I pan over this side, you can see the makings of the new ladies tee, because the one before was too small and narrow. And if we follow around just to the back, this is the makings of a new back tee for the 10th. I have heard some people think that's the ladies tee for the 1st, but I can confirm it's a medal tee for the 10th. So it's all going well. Sleeper wall's been put in, steps at the front. We're just waiting for the irrigation pipe to turn up, and that go down the side of the walls, and then we can backfill and level off. So 10th tee, progressing nicely. So that is this month's course report. In summary, very busy. We're trying to get as much done as we can before the bad weather sets in. Thanks again to Michael Byrne for the loan of some of his plant hire. We're trying to get as much done with the bigger digger before it's recalled. So that's why we're sort of starting some jobs and moving on to the next one before we finish them. But we're trying to get everything done as much as we can done with a big digger. So course in general is good. Weather's been quite kind, to be fair. Greens are pretty good. Worms, not a common thing this time of year. They're popping up a few tees, a few greens, but again nothing too drastic. That's pretty much it for the course report. The short game area is open now. We put a link on Facebook the other day. It's just a picture slideshow, really, with a bit of music to show you the progression of that over the last 12 months. So if you haven't seen that already, please take a look. And as always, got any questions or comments, either see me out on the golf course or contact me through the office. Thanks very much.